Hashem. So, Elo Asaras Yemei Teshuva, Yemei Teshuva. This is from Rav Dovid Kohen. Shlita should be healthy and well. We learn many Torahs from him over the years. Please God together, and hopefully get to see him many times. Also, get some chizuk in person from a tzaddik. It says, "Hine Asar Yemei Teshuva Mizkarim Kama Mekomes B'Shas B'Midrash." That behold, the 10 days of Teshuva is mentioned many times in places in Shas. And the Shas is the Talmud, all the many Masechtas of Shas, of Gemara, and in Midrashim. We know Midrashim are somewhat. Haim Oisam Yomim Shebein Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. And these are the days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We're already now the 6th day of Yemei Teshuva. It's already the second half. That's how quick this time's going. The Chaparayim, all the Avinu Malkenos, all the Slichas, all the extra tefillas, all the Zechina L'chaims, Panasa Tova, all the good things we're davening for. Shehem Adam Sach Lazer B'Tshuva. And he's focusing here that a person needs, obviously, since he's made Tshuva, to return in Tshuva. K'mosh Kosev Me'iri. Me'iri is a commentator on Shas. HaMasechtas Yoma, Daf, Chaf, Amud Aleph, Zeh L'Shonah. Even though Teshuva, on the face of it, Teshuva is filling the whole year. So we say that Teshuva is something you should do the whole year round. So we should be doing Teshuva. So when it's made Teshuva, Machayevis b'Yoseh, you're obligated more. Adkan. I just want to add, I just saw a beautiful Torah from Rav Dovid Kohen, if you don't mind me just putting it in, because connected to this. This year falls out that Yom Kippur is on a Shabbos. It's whole Shabbos. So Rav Dovid Kohen's also, the Swiss name, it says beautiful Torah. We usually learn with Eliezer, that's why I brought in a few more Svarim, but Menashamayim, I didn't have them yet, so we learned Rav Dovid. Rav Dovid says that the Shabbos has an extra tokef. He was a chavrusa of Eliezer, so they were connected. Also the same Rebbe, the Izbish. What we learned Rebbe Shlomo was the same Rebbe. Of Eliezer and so there was the same Rebbe. They shared the same Rebbe. So you get a similar kind of flow from these tzaddikim we have here in the shul as well of Izbish and Shlomo. It's the idea that tokef means extra koyach. It has extra koyach that even someone like Acher was Elisha ben Ahuva who went away from the Torah because of apikosis or different reasons. It says he used to sing Yavonish Niganim, whatever that means, songs of apikosis, whatever that means, Hashem Shemenu, that even him, he will hear the bas kol of Teshuva, because every day there's a bas kol, there's a kol that comes out, helps HaMekubel to do Teshuva. We have hirurim, we have regret, we have, not the guilt, God forbid, that's not a Yiddish thing. We have these feelings that we need to get closer to Hashem, and we don't want to do things like, say we spend, I'm struggling with this right now at the end of the day, with all the politics and all the current things going on, like trumpet, the oil, and get all excited about this stuff. But struggling at the end of the day, it's a waste of time of this, Baruch Hashem, it's not a Beirez in one sense, but it is in another sense, because Bill's man, could be writing a book, I could be sleeping a bit more, I could be saying tefillahs. I tried davening, but when I'm looking at davening, these avodas, the status of Am Yisrael to bring a potential president to the Tzaddik is power good things, but at the end of the day I could use my time better, So we have these feelings while we're doing that of Hiroi Teshuva, and that's because there's an awe of Teshuva, and all the more so right now during the 10 days of repentance, and all the more so when Shabbos falls out in Yom Kippur. It amplifies the bas kol of Teshuva, this heavenly voice, and it gives us koach that even the most off person could do Teshuva and feel Teshuva, and that's why Am Yisrael, everyone connects to Yom Kippur. So that's been my experience. It doesn't matter how irreligious, even like they say, someone like, I know I shouldn't really mention his name in the shul, but Yair Lapid, he goes, I think even him has some sort of recognition of Yom Kippur. Like there's a certain gvul where every Yid, no matter how far away, seemingly the rest of the Yid. Catch it. That's why the Rebbe would never say, Kiruv, because every Jew's intrinsically deep down is close to Hashem, And it's that's the panemius of Am Yisrael. So it comes at Shabbos and it amplifies. Yom Kippur Shabbos amplifies, and there's a lot of ava and a lot of hamtaka.
A lot of opportunity.
A lot of awe of Teshuva this Shabbos Yom Kippur, and in a way it's a fix of last year where we had less koach of shofar because we had Shabbos fall out on Rosh Hashanah. Whereas this year we get to have it the other way around. That Yom Kippur, we got to blow, and we got to blow the shofar both days this year, which is better according to the inyanim of Hamtakas Adinim v'chule. And we get to Baruch Hashem now have a Shabbos on Yom Kippur. So all our oneg is ruchnius this year. So everything's elevated, and all the eating we do Erev Shabbos is kedusha. So the question is, there's going to have many questions, but this is the main one, that why are we returning tshuva more than the rest of the year, other than the fact that we call it, so he made tshuva, the 10 days of repentance. Why are we mentioning only the 10 days of tshuva? Elul's also a time of tshuva. And Ashkenaz and kind of a shofar, we've been blowing the shofar the whole time, as he brought in Parkid the Rebbe Eliezer. I actually just found my sefer Parkid the Rebbe Eliezer, because my storage, I have to open up again. Svardim Omrim Slichas, they're not only are they hearing the shofar, but they're also saying Slichas. Think about it, they've been saying it the whole time. In Cain, Gam Elul Hu Chodesh Shal Tshuva, and Elul's also a month of Tshuva. Dovid Hashem Ori, all these special things we do. And the tzedakah, checking ourselves, we'll be learning about Elul in the office, Baruch Hashem. In Cain Lama B'Shas, Midrash, Mizkarim, Rakas Ar Yemei Tshuva, Allah B'Sach HaKol, Him Abayim Yemei Tshuva. It's much more. So you get much more time to do tshuva. So in a way,
concentrated 10 days is like a broader time of opportunity.
Yeah.
So Dafka, why these 10 days?
So he says apparently many Achronim talk about this. Gam Sarach Lahavin MASHA Kosav B'Shar HaKavanas. Shar HaKavanas is the Arizal. Allah Sasi made tshuva as a Lashana. So Baruch Shem, Rav Dovid is a MASHA, as far as the Baruch Tov, Yom Tov. From what been the discuss of seeing it as Svarim, they're filled with Kabbalah, and he's bringing now that result. So I think it's the right. If you're going to give him any label other than the Tzaddik, he's probably a MASHA as well. Yeah, we'd agree. Yeah. And so we said tzaddikim, what they used to do, and it's brought down in halacha. We actually, I think we mentioned it in our learning, or we will be mentioning it. I think we mentioned it already. Yeah, in the Shulchan Aruch, this concept of fasting 7 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. So you've got the Shabbos, and you've got the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur you're fasting anyway, and then the other 6 days they would somehow fast, but remember that Erev Yom Kippur you have to actually eat. So I don't know exactly how that works out, but the concept of fasting. Tshuva Gemara. And the point is, you do complete tshuva, so a whole week gets fixed up through the fasting. Obviously we're not knowing to fast anymore, because we're too weak, other than the ones prescribed by the Shulchan Aruch, which is the 4 Tanyasim. And the day, all these days are atoning on our sins and in transgressions, all the days that we went out in. Kate said, "Hi, Shechol Yom Aleph Shal Zayin Yemei Tshuva Niz Zayin B'Yom."
So each day represents.
Yeah, the first day of the week. We fix it up through fasting. So obviously we're not doing that. So what are we doing? Let's just bring it to our level. So we're saying Avinu Malkeinu, we're saying Slichas, we're trying to get up a bit earlier and daven a bit more.
And there's fixing going on.
Yeah, we're doing a bit more tzedakah, a bit more chesed. I felt like this week has been packed already, We did fast on Gedalia, so Baruch Hashem, we already did do a day of fasting to give ourselves some credit, Baruch Hashem. And it was a nidcha day, but it was pushed off with slightly less. But we still all fasted as far as I saw, for most people. I didn't let one of my kids fast, because my Rebbe has a shlita there, where Erev Yom Kippur, it's better not to fast that same week for some young kids, because it might knock them out for Yom Kippur. And you need to keep them strong, because Yom Kippur is D'oraisa. And it's going to, he's very real with that kind of stuff, and women as well, for sure. He's very real with them. So this is fixing up all the Yom Aleph, all the Sundays, if we're going to say in English, all the Sundays from all the weeks of the year and your life. So the point of the Arizal, and he's bringing here Ad Konachan, is that we are fixing up each day of the week by doing tshuva and fasting.
What about the other 3 days?
Each of those days. No, because those 7 days are enough to include all the 7 days.
No, but under 10 days?
Well, the extra 3 days, I suppose, are Yom Tov and Shabbos. So they have a different bechina.
Got it.
And the idea is fixing up the concept of 7 days. It looks like you learned this before because it came later. So we're still going to ask, what is this special strength for these days more than all the year, to do these, to fix up the whole year and all the years of your life, all the days of your life, excuse me. So this Sefer, Tani de Eliyahu, it's funny because you take the two Svarim you just bought, Pirkei de Eliezer, that's my one name, and now he's bringing the other one, that's my other name, Tani de Eliyahu. Tani de Eliyahu is Eliyahu Novi's Sefer, and my Rebbe is very strong in Tani de Eliyahu. He learns it every Motzei Shabbos, and every year or so he finishes the whole Sefer.
Wow.
What he does is he learns a shtickle Tani de Eliyahu, and then he connects it to the Parsha every single week.
By the end of the year, he did the whole Sefer.
I don't know if by the end of the year, but at a certain point he does make a siyum and makes a big suda, and then he starts again. And the idea is bringing the Or of Eliyahu Novi every week into Motzei Shabbos, Malva Malka, David HaMelech, Malka Mashiach. So Tzaddikim are busy with these kind of things. So we're learning. At least we're learning it, even if maybe we don't do it every week, but at least we're learning it now. Rebbe Nari. Amen. So he says, from what is given this this wind that comes in the avir, the energy of this time. And Rosh Hashanah ad Yom Kippurim, Keneged Asay Nisyonis, Nisas Avim Avinu, Nimsa Shalom B'Kulam. So it's Keneged these 10 days between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, Keneged the 10 Nisyonis that Avim Avinu went through. Now, this is from the Tani de Eliyahu. This is Eliyahu Novi teaching us now. The house of Eliyahu Novi. His base measure is teaching us that Avram Avinu went through 10 nisyonos. And
there's a direct connection.
And we read it on the second day of Rosh Hashanah. We actually, both days of Rosh Hashanah, we read about Avram Avinu. One of the nisyonos was sending Ishmael out, sending away the Arab nations from the house of YITZCHAK, which was a big sign for someone who's a Baal Chesed, like Avram Avinu, and he managed to pass that test because he listened to his wife, Sarah Meinu, and then
we should all listen to our wives.
Shema Kola, and then this second day we read about the Kedes YITZCHAK, which is the final Nisayon of Avram Avinu's life, and he listened to Hashem's will, even if it meant giving up everything that he'd been building in his life. In the end, he didn't have to build it up, and it says here he went through all of them completely, like Shalom, he passed all the tests, and that's why. So we start off the 10 days of Teshuva with connecting to the light of Avram Avinu, who passed all those tests, and we mentioned the two main ones in the Kriyas of Torah for the first 2 days, and it's connected. The 10 days, we have this concept of the 10 psukim of Malchus, Hakohen, and Shofar. Each time we mention 10, there's this concept of 10 all the time. The 10 days, the 10 commandments, there's obviously a pattern, and he says here that's the next thing. Keneged Asaras Dibros, Shekabel YISRAEL B'Sinai, and this is Keneged the 10 Dibros that we receive YISRAEL B'Sinai. Shem Yasa Teshuva Shlema B'Asasa Yomim Rosh Hashanah ad Yom Kippurim Shekolim B'Teshuva Shlema L'fanav Kachnam Alachuna V'Nocha Yom Hashem Im Yah Chatachem Kashenim Kashele Galbinu Yazimu Katalo Sema Yahu Alkan. So he says that if we go these 10 commandments that we received from that Klal Yisrael received at Sinai, and if you do Teshuva Shlema during these 10 days, connected these 10 commandments, connected the 10 Nisyonos Avinu that he completed from Rosh Hashanah ad Yom Kippurim, Shekiblu Teshuva Shlema Lefanav, you will get full Teshuva Shlema. The idea is that we don't want to just have Teshuva. We want to. It's this concept that's like everything's more enhanced. The Teshuva is a high level. It's Teshuva Ilah, Teshuva Tita. It's like a deep Teshuva Shlema, complete. It goes all the way through, and then he brings the pasuk that we will go out and we will say to Hashem Im Yach, and He will make us sins like kashonim, like I think kashonim is like removed, I suppose, or something like that, and like snow, He will whiten them. And if they are red, he will have hang it like a thread of you. And that's, I think, that the famous thread, I think that's Miramis on the Azazel, when they had the thread and it went from red to white. The idea that we went from guilty to Zachai, to innocent, and the concept of purification has succeeded. We've purified ourselves from sin, and everything's become white, and the thread has become pure, red to white. From the Azazel, we threw the Azazel off the cliff, and then we get the Kapara and Yom HaKodesh. And we see that this is the time that's fitting on the 10 days of Tshuva, because you only get the full Kapara on Yom Kippur. That's one of the reasons why it's called Yom Kippur. It's Kapara, the full Kapara, and he gets the full Tshuva Shema, and he's by the full 10 days.
It's a real build-up to get to the final day.
But you see it's relevant every day also, because we're fixing each day of the week from the previous time. He's still asking the same question again, like keeps coming back, but why not just do tshuva the whole year round? Why once again, why is this so miyuchad?
We do a little
tshuva. Yeah, we'll try to answer this next thing. So we have to now, to understand this and clarify this, we're going to have to explain how tshuva works. Because we have to know that every day has its own mahos, its own essence, its own mahus, the reality. Because every day once it's passed, that's how I felt on the first day of Som Gedalia, and I was sat out of it in the afternoon. And if you felt that, maybe all the work of Rosh Hashanah, I didn't sleep. I don't know. I just couldn't function, and I just passed out for hours. And I never do that in the day usually. I felt like I just wasted a whole day. Yeah, I did get a lot of koyach later, but then the key is now to use that also. And I just felt like a waste of a day. Fine, I fasted, whatever, but it just didn't. And it's a painful feeling when you waste a day of your life on
coming right off of the.
That's one of the reasons, like traveling. So you go to Uman, you have part of the trip. You have to be prepared to seemingly waste a lot of time standing around and waiting and who knows what, and all the manias. That's part of the tikkun, I suppose. But it's not easy. Yeah. So you feel like you wasted time, I remember one guy said he flew from Texas, Shlomo Zion's. It took him like 7 days of travel to get there and back. I mean, that is a long time to give to a Sunday. A lot of planes, a lot of maniot.
It could be life-changing.
Yeah, it was special. He took his kid. I mean, he made a video out of it. Like he used it, but it was still not easy.
Big journey.
And you already know that there was a day, not only that, not did you just waste a day maybe, the opportunities, but you also, God forbid, blemished that day.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
You
Tainted it, made it
started throwing chairs out the window. I was talking about that. It happened to me one Rosh Hashanah. That was such a great thing.
I got to do
Commercial Gemara. It's a Gavei Tashdum Himshel Tefillah. Like the way the Gemara explains it, not like Meshugayim throwing chairs, but the way the Gemara explains it is fixing up tefillah that you forgot, like you say during the 10 days that you didn't say HaMelech HaKodesh. You said and you forgot that you didn't say it, and you didn't even remember to repeat it. Nothing. You forgot the halacha, and now you just basically said a Shema that wasn't proper during this time because you have to say HaMelech HaKodesh.
Practical.
So now that's like you can't really fix it. Yep. Maybe you can if you remember. Maybe there's some sort of hashlama. But you basically missed it. Shagam Dalik Shtei Tefillas, you missed 2 tefillas. You were sleeping through Shachris, Mincha, because there was Motzi Purim, and you got so drunk that you didn't even wake up till the next night. So you're going to feel bad about that. Oh, Rishonis Ein Kava Ma'alasois. So the Gemara brings this concept. It's the kind of thing, and it's based on the Keheles from Shlomo Melech. These are things that you can't fix. These are things that...
Time passes.
Yeah. Lo yachol tukan. You're not able to fix it. Im kain lefi zeh haisa suika tshuva haya rak im chozer b'tshuva ba'osu yom shabo yuaset savera. So the concept, the way it works, is explaining how it works. Therefore, you need to do tshuva that will help you return on tshuva on that specific day that you did that avera.
Tshuva on a opportunity of a tshuva.
Yeah, so say it's that Sunday. So this year, some good I felt like I slept so much. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself, but whatever. Next Sunday, or the Sunday of I missed it already.
You missed it already.
Missed it, buddy, because this is the made tshuva. I don't know what to say.
Maybe you could double down.
Yeah, double down.
And one day do
next Sunday I'll be after Yom Kippur. I'll be extra Labor Day.
Or have a kavana one day this week. This is also for Yom Rishon.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you're doing great.
I'm trying. Maybe too hard on myself. They say that it's better din lamata than din lamala. Be judging yourself down here than be judged up there. Yeah. So sometimes it's better to be just a little bit tough for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever heard David Goggins, he's not having a walk in the park right down here. Yeah, we have to push ourselves a little bit.
But don't get stuck on just.
Yeah, we have to move forward as well. Do it with simcha. Tshuva, shemasina mesechtes yom yesh shnei minei tshuva. Tshuva miyira. That's what we're saying. The more natural way is to do tshuva from fear, and we say va'azadonis nasishgogis. You make your averas that you did on purpose into by accident, so they've now been fixed. They're not as bad. Yeah, that's what tshuva yira does. Miyira tshuva from fear. Kavani hishikosh u'mamayt. That's onesh. You're trying to reduce the onesh. Avar bagam adayim b'makom ha'omer, but there's still a pagam. You didn't remove it completely.
Something exists still.
Yeah, you still wasted that day or did some crazy mice throwing chairs or whatever.
Yeah.
There's tshuva ma'ava, but then there's the tshuva with love, which is the second form of tshuva. As adonis nefachos liyos because is a zechoyis, and this is what. You know, the Kedushas Levi's Chisanenu, the YITZCHAK ben Sarasash's Chisanenu, it's big Indian to mention his name during this time, or any of the Tzaddikim, the Baal Shem Tov, any of the Tzaddikim to mention their names, because they make a big dagish on this of Tshuva B'Hava, Tshuva B'Simcha. But Tshuva needs to be done, and you turn your Averas into mitzvahs, into merits. Yeah, because now the chair suddenly sort of miraculously turns into a new chair where you can now be samech your family with instead of acting like a wild man. Yeah, and then now suddenly all the light is returned. And maybe motivated to be even better father, better husband.
Could elevate even.
Yeah, to control yourself even more. And to really show that you can work on yourself and not carry on that way.
Animalistic.
And it could be an example to your children that you grew. Yeah. And you don't have to act, like a crazy person. You can actually control your actions, even if similar things are triggering you now years down the road. But now you act with calm and simcha and understanding. And if so, then this is the pagam itself is fixed. It doesn't now. The broken chair doesn't exist. They literally rebuilt that whole place. It was just stuck down there. I couldn't get to it because it was like in someone's yard somewhere. And then they just knocked the whole thing down and rebuilt a whole new building. So there was no chair anymore. And you have to go get it. The case is yeah, and then he's able to see this day that he blemished is no longer. The tshuva dezenim sos bizarre, as it says in the Zohar. We find in the Zohar, Sham Chosish Shemilis Tshuva Sach Lachalek Oisa Shtayim Lekacha. Tshuv Hey. This is a famous concept that this Balatanya also brings down. I always like to try to learn Tanya a few times a week. We didn't get time so far this week to learn any Tanya, not yet. But Tshuv Hey. We'll get to it. Tshuv Hey. Return the Hey. Yeah, this is a big concept in Tanya. Tanya talks about what's Hey. Hey is, he says, is the idea of Olam Asiyah, this world. And the idea you have to return the Hey, what are you returning it to? Back to the Yud Kei Vav Kei. That it's Yud Kei Vav and the Hey got separate. Malchus, Olam Asiyah, this world got separated from the Shtalshalos, from the way Hashem brings creation into reality. Because you took this world and you did not good things with it, so it got separated. The whole thing is return this world back to the higher letters of Shem Havaya, which is Kei Vav Kei, and the Tshuv Hey, return the Hey. That's how the Balatanya, obviously in my short and maybe not exactly clear version, but he explains it in depth in the Tanya, what this Tshuv Hey is from the Zohar. And let's see what he says, brings down Rav Dovid. Mazbir Zohar Sh'ayidei Avera Oisis Hey, O Shem Havaya, Nifredis, it's the same kind of thing. Baz Nishah Yud Vav Shem Havaya. So what happens is that the Osis Hey now of the Shem Havaya now gets separated, and all you're left with is the Yud Vav of the Shem Havaya. Because remember, there's four letters: Yud K Vav K, and the Yud and the Vav are now separated from the hays. Hine kushaodem chozer b'tshuva miyira, that when a person returns from tshuva as os hey achrona shel Shem Havaya chazeres l'makom. So that's what I was saying from the Tanya. The lower level hey gets returned, but it's that he's talking about the way he's explaining it is that's only tshuva miyira. Aval kushaodem chozer b'tshuva mahava as gamos hey harishona. We want the other hey, the higher level hey, which is from the Yud K and the Vav K. The Vav K only gets connected again through Yira. Through the Ava, the higher level, because it's so higher, it's a more elevated tshuva, because with love, then it returns the higher level hey.
How does that happen?
So one of
this process.
I explain it like the Fida Tanya from what I understand based on his explanations of the concept of the lower hey once again is action. So Yira is reducing the action done wrong. So it's not as deep, the tshuva. It's all about this world and what you blemish. So you're reducing that kind of sin and effect, but it's not the root of it. Where's the root? In the higher worlds, which is to do with the higher level emotions, the bina and the world of bina, which is the hey, the world of mabriya, the ava, the intellectual part of your emotions, and that's in the higher realm, and that needs to be returned with love. It needs to come back through love, through a higher level form of love for Hashem, love for Torah, love for YISRAEL, a higher, more inner experience. Love for yourself, true. It's a big thing. And that elevates back the hey back to the yud, and then the shem Hashem is shalom.
It's complete.
It's complete. And that's like tshuva Hashem we're talking about. Odem chozer b'tshuva mahava as gam os hey harishona chazeres l'makoma. Be inyan zeh she'os hey achrona shel Shem Havaya. Remember, it's lahanagas malchus. That's what we said before. It's this world, malchus, kingship. Zehi anhaga shehi metachas lazman. That is the hanhaga of things that are done below to time. You know, there's a specific time. And it's impossible to fix the avera of an once this day is gone. Remembers hanhagas habina shila malamin azman. So now you're not now caught up in the realm of time. You're in the realm of Malam and Azman, like the idea of the Kodesh Kedoshim on Yom Kippur. It's a place, the Holy of Holies is a place of Malam and Azman, Malam and Amokim. You're going into this realm of which is above time, and that's this Os Hay, the high level Hay, which is brought back to Tshuva through Tshuva Ba'ava, with love. And he says that's connected to Bina. Remez lahan hagas a Bina. We mentioned that. So BORUCH was somewhat in tune with what he was going to say. But that's based on Tanya. Yeah, he's bringing it based on Zohar and Kabbalah. Zmanhu Bria, and that's from this world of creation. We mentioned that. I think I jumped. Yeah, Shulamana min azman. Kisarach l'dash u'kisra arizah. Royim b'perish azman zu bria. Abo mizivik chochma b'bina. Abo bina hi lamana min azman. And this comes from the zivik, the joining together between wisdom and understanding. And but this is bina hi lamana min azman. This is the understanding that's above time. V'zeh she'adam zokin anhagas abina as kol yomim manuchim lefanav hu yochol l'tachin osam. So the amazing thing is that a person is, through this aspect of Bina, is able, all these days that are in front of him, he's able to fix them all up. Everything. Because it's now Malam in his man. It doesn't need like we said, Sunday now I have to do it exactly Sunday. We're talking about a realm which is above time. It's not this limited form of tshuva.
Then you're good.
Yeah, you can do tshuva just by working it through and on an inner level, wanting to use your time better. And
that's
to
the
make
deepest level.
Make chachlatas and decisions and Kabbalah. At the end of the day, you're not going to get, like one of the things I'm trying to do.
And those will stick for the new year.
I'm trying to write a book. At the end of the day, I'd rather let me write my book instead of watching. Instead of flicking. I understand it's a big deal, Trump going to the oil. It is a big deal. We want it to be, we want the world to become to... Yeah, he did look, and there was a lot from Yidden there, and it was a good thing. It was a Kiddush Hashem, so it was a good thing. It wasn't like I was watching Chas Shalom, which I was talking about with the Bnei Akiva boys, porn, Chas Shalom. I wasn't doing bad things. But still, better use of my time.
Lines of your book.
Yeah, write my book. Let's produce my own legacy, not just watch him doing his and Ben Shapiro and all these other people. I have to create my legacy, and that's using and making those boundaries to use time better will fix up all the times where I didn't.
Which will really give us the God willing biggest opportunity for the New Year's.
Yeah, and we'll start producing more success in our life because we won't be consuming other people's lives. We'll be busy building ours, which is a better use of time. So you made tshuva, Hashem nosim b'matana l'am Yisrael as hanhagas hazos, and this is for all year. Somebody made tshuva, he gives us a special matana to Am Yisrael to really do this, a real gift to fix us up legamre. Gam lemei shechozer b'tshuva miyira, and even those who do tshuva yira, aval b'tanai she'adam meikin atzatzim b'chodesh elul v'chozer b'tshuva. And he's prepared himself during Chodesh Elul, and he's done some tshuva. So this is explaining. Elul is more tshuva me'ira. It's tshuva to do with the source of the latata. It's by doing actions, busy. We were very busy, Elul. So that fixes up Malchus, this world, and it's very specific exactly what, and it reduces the punishment.
Fall to the Yira?
Yeah, it's more the Yira side. El's more Yira, and it's more down this world. That's how I think he's what he's getting at. And in order to give us the merit to what to do, so they're really interconnected. To do the Surah Layla, the high level tshuva, the high level awakening, and that's connected to Bina, which then you fix it up Malamin as man. It's above time, and now you can fix up everything. And that's where we're in now. So you move in MASHA Kosova, Alo Zeh Loshen Hator BORUCH Chaim Sivan Tav Kav Pei Aleph. And apparently that's how you understand, based on what's written in the Torah Shulchan Aruch, in Orach Chaim, about Elul, that it has that power. Let's see if we can do one more thing. It's getting a bit late. Right, we'll squeeze it in. Hopefully I'm not in trouble with anyone. You never know. Just got a little more pressure on me today. Oh yeah, my wife's messaged me. Let me just see. She just did now. Let me just tell her I'll come soon.
I can drive you home.
Okay, amazing. Okay, and I'll just tell her have a lift.
Yep.
She's a good wife. She's going to be driving a lot today. Okay, let's learn. Oh no, we did that already. We're back to Panic Peri Rabbi Eliezer. Rosh Chodesh Elul, Amar Kodesh Bola Moshe Allah Alei Hara Shaz Allah Kabel Lukas Achronis. It's good we're bringing this up again, this pasuk, because that was the whole Torah we learned from the Babich Rebbe with Shlomo Katz. Remember that? He had this whole thing, Alei Allah Hara. I think I said it over to you afterwards if you went there, or you listened to it. As Allah Kabel Lukas Achronis. Because the point that pasuk is reminding us that this whole time period from Rosh Chodesh Elul till Yom Kippur, we're going to receive the Luchas, a new Luchas, a second Luchas. So this whole time period has in itself its own mamashas, its own atzmius of avoda. So Elul's not just about preparing for the new year; it has within this time its own kedusha and avoda,
right?
Its own mitzvah of Talmud Torah, which is what we're doing now. So we're doing exactly what Shlomo taught us. We're learning. We're not just saying, "I'll learn when it's not so busy." No, we're learning now. And we went through the shofar b'machne, Moshe Allah shelo yito od I'm not sure what this in Gimel is. Because it's Allah ba'os shofar nema. So the whole thing is he went up with the shofar. It goes together. There's time period in shofar. Every day we've been blowing the shofar. Right now during the 10 days of Teshuva, actually, not anymore blowing it after Rosh Hashanah. We do blow it at the end of Yom Kippur. But the point is that we shouldn't anymore go after any more avodah zorah. I think that's what this means. Avodah gililim, avodah zorah. Of course, we went out with shofar, shenamar. Allah elakim b'trua. Like we said, this pasuk, and Rabbi Yossi did a great job blowing the shofar. This is the pasuk he said just before he blew the shofar. God went up with the shofar. So the reason we were blowing the shofar this whole time period is to get us to do tshuva, to elevate us. It brings the pasuk in Amos, one of the Navis, one of the Nevi'im, the prophets. If there's going to be blowing in the city, the whole thing was to make a balagan for the other side, to confuse the stomach men, the prosecutor. Alright, so he's saying in Ashkenaz apparently they blew every night as well after Daman. We just do in the morning. And then we have all the many who are saying slichas, tachanunim, Rosh Chodesh v'eilech, and they're doing what do you call it? Extra Tehillim. A lot of people say extra Tehillim during this time. Rav Kohen Tzedek Minhag Beis Yeshivas Lo Meslichas V'Tachanunim Bar Saras Yemei Tshuva. So they're saying slichas and all extra tefillas during these 10 days of tshuva. Chinam Rav Amram Basas Yemei Tshuva Mashkimim La Baha Kol Yom Matchil Shlich Siba Ashrei V'Kadish Matchil Tachanunim Sava Anachnu Lo Neda V'Kadish. And these are all extra tefillas that they do in these yeshivas. Amrav Hai, these are all big Gaonim and big Rabbonim from back in the day, all the different yeshivas that used to have different minhagim. Showing you there's a big avodah to do tshuva and extra tefillah. Minhag lamet hachnim b'toch esach made lechud v'shma'ana, the meksasis rafasa, kaima, b'rosh chodesh Elul. These are all different kinds of tefillas. Amrei debei salek Moshe laha b'pam Gimel v'nichas beluchas shnias b'yom Kippurim lechem Moshe b'levachish rachim v'zechus v'huloi. So we're going in the merit of Moshe Rabbeinu, who's going to bring the second luchas during this special time, and he's going to give us that second. It's the whole reality of a second chance.
Yeah, just say that exactly.
A second opportunity to reconnect, because it is part of Am Yisrael's journey every year to have
Hashem's waiting for it.
We have our downs, and part of being a Yid is having downs and your readers. But the Sarach Eliyahu, we're going to get up, and Yom Kippur is the Eliyahu back up, and not only by doing that, we turn what we fell. Remember, if we do tshuva ba'ava, we fix all of that and make it into merits. If I am to my beloved in Elul, as azaka shebas made tshuva v'dodi yeli. So you see how Elul is us, who's the latata. I'm doing the work down here and doing all the chesedim, doing all the running around the way you want me to, Hashem. And that's ani ladodi. I'm to my beloved, and then comes the 10 days dodi li. And he's my beloved is to me. Hashem's now showing us the or of tshuva and giving us all the love and chizuk that we need. And he says it's gale or a gadol shah and hagas habina. And the way he explains that, Al Pi Kabbalah, there's a big haga of bina. Bina is connected to the olam of tshuva. It's brought down as far as olam of simcha. It's all connected. Simcha tshuva. We say samcheinu binyana. When you say every time ala mechia or ala gefna or ala eitz, you say v'samcheinu Hashem shel sameach with what? With the building of what? Yerushalayim, or the building of the temple. But it's also a panimis explanation is samcheinu vinyana. That Hashem should sameach us with this olam abina, with this whole new level of understanding. That with tshuva b'hava, there's hope, there's ability to fix everything, and that gives us a simcha. And every time we say ala michia or those brachas, we can have in mind that Hashem sameach us with the ability to turn everything around.
Which really interfaces with ahava.
Ahava, love. And just like when we eat, we should do tshuva with love. We learn, we do tshuva with love. Everything's with love. Chen zeh kosev kodesh kadoshim, maharav chida. So apparently this is brought down in the holy Svarim from the Chidah. He wrote a lot of Svarim, and I think we need to stop. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Let's just do the last line of this. One more last line. So now it's understandable that Chodesh Elul, and he had explained a lot more in the middle. We've just got to skip that.
Sorry, it's my wife's.
Okay. Chana liyomim norim ikka tshuvahi b'asri meish Shoshana ad Yom Kippur kiz az yochid takinas yomim shavor zafil b'tshuva miyira mashen kan b'chol shan megim lezer rak ayidei tshuva ma'ava. So this is the special day of 10 days of tshuva is connected to tshuva ma'ava, and that's why they're special days. That sort of explains the whole concept, because there's anhagas of bina, shizochem es Hashem to tshuva ba'ava, shizochem es Hashem to enjoy this process, enjoy this time. Should really enjoy this special opportunity we have together, Am Yisrael. We should have Gemach Simatova, Guzga Ben Shur. So he ends off and says that's why the rest of the year we can do tshuva miyira, Elul even better. But comes these 10 days, tshuva ma'ava, and that fixes everything, the tova. Makes everything good.
That's the question.
That's the extra
why?
And now Shabbos, what do we say? Shabbos Yom Kippur. Now let's bring Rav Tzadok to this Torah. Shabbos, what do we keep saying throughout the tefillahs? We add in again and again, ba'ava.
Right.
There's an extra ava when Yom Kippur Choliyot b'Shabbos falls out on Shabbos, so then it's an even more intense level of tshuva because it's even more clear the love and the connection.